Peruvian jockeys held a race, acting like they're horses, and sprinted for charity to determine who was the fastest bipedal on the track was. Despite the good intentions, one onlooker said, "Hey, I saw this at Lamine Yamal's party." Welcome to the Moonstem Cast. I am Jordan, and I'm going to hell. This is the Who's Lamine Yamal to my You'll figure it out next year. Brian, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I wasn't expecting you to go there. We both kind of live on the internet, and it's a little bit obvious that we live on two different sides of the internet. Because I thought you were going to make an Ume Memuse Pretty Derby reference, which is it's a horse racing gambling game, but instead of horses that are running the track, it's anime horse girls. So they're girls with horse ears and horse tails, and everything else is anime, and they run around the track. And I haven't played it, but I know it's big on Twitch, and I've seen a lot of tweets about it. Wow, you blindsided me. I wasn't expecting that at all.
Okay, two things. One, I don't think you know who you mean Lamal is, or yes,
I don't.
Lamine Yamal, sorry. Second off, I actually know what game you're talking about now that I think about it, because I think I saw it like a year ago, or I don't know if it was out then. Maybe
it's been out for a year. It's been out for a year.
Okay,
but
so
now
I think I've actually.
Stride.
So I've definitely seen it before. And I saw I went, what the fuck? And then just kind of moved past the thing. It was it's a one-time thing that I will see. So glad to hear it's like the Among Us. It comes out in a year and then all of a sudden something happens and people love it. I was actually reminiscing about Among Us recently. I was like, that was a fun time. And COVID, not to say COVID was fun, but the first part of it where we all just were online all the time. Awesome time.
It's a wonder that I'm alive. If to bring that up real quick, because my blood pressure while playing that with our group probably was astronomically high. And I only bring that up now because I went to the doctor's today and I'm 116 over 69. So great blood pressure now. Back then, probably levitating in the 180s.
I'll be honest. I have no clue what blood pressure. You could take my blood pressure right now. Don't know what those numbers mean. Call me ignorant.
You don't want it above 130. 130 to 139 is pre. 140 to 180. I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
180 is bad, and then anything above 180 is you need to stop eating salt and you need to start eating better and exercising and all the rest of it. When I was a fat piece of shit in Alabama,
it was all those boiled peanuts, which I still contend were not good. But maybe
they were
cold.
Cajun boiled peanuts and natural fathers, aka natty daddies. That is what sustained me out there. And boy, oh boy, why did I get so fat, Jordan?
Listen, I don't know if I have room to speak because I never got huge in college, but I think that I was pretty. I don't think I was in shape per se. Back when we were in college, Postmates was just starting. The idea of Postmates was new, and I got on the train early. And the thing is, they'd have all these things where they'd give away stuff for free, and just to get people on the app, basically. And so I, on multiple occasions, ordered 12 Dunkin' Donuts for free, 2 Smoothie King smoothies for free. There's just a slew of things where it's
but it would kill me now.
I know. Now I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I could survive that. But back then I was like, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I was a college sophomore, broke as a college sophomore, basically. It's all college sophomores are. And then just ordering stuff all Postmates for free. Probably not great for me either. I play FIFA by myself, which, what a great life. There was also a time where I ordered, and please take this as someone who now is very into fitness. I think I ordered 10 Domino's icings by themselves, nothing more, because I wanted them. I had them ordered through Postmates because it was relatively cheap back then because it was early on, and I think I was by myself.
Dude, I'm on your side. That cummy little dish, finger.
It was great. But when I went outside, the guy was like, "What is this for?" I said, "We're doing something." And I was actually all by myself. It's like that Key and Peele sketch with the pizza. It's actually exactly that. But no, I just ate them all by myself. So I changed for the better now. Dr. Mike is now my hero, except not really. I'm more of a I don't know. I'm not even Jeff Nippert because Jeff Nippert's still out. So I'll have to find a new hero. I think, I don't know. Will Tennyson, I'm on your side. With all that said, Brian, Lamine Yamal, I don't know. You know who he is, the Barcelona player.
Yeah.
Have you heard about his party as well?
No.
Okay, Brian. So, as we know, Lamine Yamal, young fella, he just turned 18. And what do all 18-year-olds do? They throw a party for themselves at their mansion. Or not at their mansion. It was a secret location. And Brian, when you were turned 18, what did you get for your birthday? Like, who did you invite to your birthday party?
I think me and the big boys. So, some of my groomsmen. Yeah. We went to a Brazilian steakhouse, and we did damage to them, and that was about it.
Okay, so you didn't.
It was expensive. It was expensive. Don't get me wrong, but
you didn't invite any little people and women with a certain breast size.
What that's breast
what
size?
I don't remember what. I don't
Ample?
think it came out. But it was very Brian. I would say they were above average because there was a woman who went on Spanish media on TV and said, I got invited to the birthday party. But it's because of my breast size in those certain proportions that I got invited. He also invited a lot of little people, and no one knows what they were used for. There's now an inquiry. There's actually, this is probably really horrible. There's a screenshot. Listen, I don't know if it's real. It could be fake. I could be incentivized by somebody of Lamine Yamal and Peter Dinklage's comment saying, check DMs.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's real. It feels real from everything I've seen about this party, but yeah, to the point where the Spanish government has now begun to investigate the party. And there's one thing I know about the Spanish government. They care about two things, which is tax fraud, because every Spanish soccer player / Spanish citizen I know of, including Shakira, has been found guilty of tax fraud at some point. I don't know.
Pride and joy of my parents' country.
Yeah, I know. Or they care about soccer players acting out. So yeah, he turned 18, and he did not go to Brazilian steakhouse. He went to somewhere and did. I can only imagine the crazy because Neymar was known for being insane with his parties. Like every year at a certain date, he'd get hurt for his sister. It was around his sister's birthday. He'd get hurt. Throw a party for her. I think we talked about this last year because it happened again. This is like on that level. And so I really don't know what to say because it's like, I understand at some point you got to take some someone should have stepped in and be like, hey buddy, I get you. You're dating a 30-year-old. Last time we checked, at 17, was a flight attendant. Not great. First off, second off,
no.
Hey,
group. Well, this didn't make it into a clip.
I'll figure out later if we're going to keep that in the podcast.
I'm so sorry.
Dude, we're starting season 2 hot right now.
Do we have new music?
I need to find new music. I keep seeing ones. Everything I'm I'll find something at some point.
The two you found, those are really fucking good. So until we find something that I would say is as good, keep these rolling.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Fuck it, we'll keep this in. It'll be like season 1 all over again, where the first episode was literally nonsense. I stayed up till 4 a.m. and it probably didn't sound great. I can't go. I can go back because it exists on a hard drive, just not on anyone's hard drive. It's an external hard drive. But yeah, no. So he did that, and it's like, hey, buddy, what the fuck are we thinking here? Especially with the whole inviting a ton of little people to the point where whatever their group is called, there's a group that protects them and stuff. They got involved, and they filed a complaint with the Spanish government. So
is he the Diddy, if you will, of the soccer world?
No, because I don't. This is kind of par for the course for a certain soccer. Neymar, to say Neymar, this is who Neymar was. He was a partier. He's been playing since he was 16, 15, 16. No, he won the Euros when he was 16. He's been playing for 3 years. He has more money than we'll ever see in our lives. And he's 18 years old. So this is kind of par for the course for a young player who gets famous young, gets a lot of money, and it's like Bieber, except I felt badly for Bieber, and I feel badly for Bieber more now. Even though I hated Bieber in middle school. I think we all hated Bieber in middle school because every girl loved Bieber.
Yeah, we were jealous of him, and then turns out it's the worst things imaginable.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with my life comparatively now.
Well, like, and also there's a point when you go like he had no role, like even before the Diddy stuff, there's a point where you realize like he had no role models in his life and no one telling him no. He had millions of dollars. He was like 20, 21. Of course he's gonna fuck up. Like I would too, probably.
Also, you were raised by a man that when your nudes get leaked on the internet, his comment about seeing your dong out was "That's my boy," or something along those lines.
That's like everyone's reaction to Conor McGregor's penis being posted everywhere. I haven't seen it.
See the
but
weight part of that?
I've seen it. It looks heavy. Maybe he's injecting steroids into his dick too. I don't know. Who knows what he's doing these days? Other than cheating on his girlfriend in some place.
This can't be real.
What?
Justin Bieber defends his father's proud tweet about his manhood. Jeremy Beater at Justin Bieber. What do you feed that thing? Hashtag proud daddy. That can't be real. That can't be real. I'm not saying that's real. That was on the Daily Mail.
No, the Daily Mail is
Yeah.
kind of like listen, it's a shitty organization. It is legitimate though. It's like a real. I don't. Do you know when that came out? When he said that? Because that's something you say about like your tenure. Let's say something you say about like Big Justice. From that's actually a weird context to put that in. I'm talking about like you see a kid who's gotten big. And you're like, what are you feeding that kid? What are you feeding that thing? Not about your son's penis.
Jeremy
that is
Bieber,
incredibly weird.
What are you? This is feeding that thing. It appears to be real because TMZ reported it too.
Yeah, TMZ. Okay, I'm gonna give my props to TMZ real quickly. TMZ does they're a shitty organization. They do a really good job protecting themselves. They're never gonna lie. Yeah, no, that's insane that his father posted that.
How do I delete my history?
Oh my god. I was gonna. It's just while on the subject. Whenever Justin Bieber did his deposition about his, like a street racing in Miami or whatever, there's a part where he just goes, "Guess what? I don't recall." And I've used that so often in my daily life, and no one understands the reference. As it's just like it's him being a shitbag in the middle of a deposition, and like he's lying. He's like, "I don't recall." It's like they'll ask most. She's like, "Don't recall," and then we'll be like, he's like, "Guess what? Don't recall." And it's like that for every question. So it's great stuff. But yeah, that's Lamine Yamal and Justin Bieber. So two, I don't know. One got famous young and another got famous young as well. I do hope Lamine Yamal doesn't pull the Neymar route and just flames out and goes to PSG and then Saudi Arabia. So here's to hope. And he is great to watch.
You brought up something in the middle of that I wanted to talk about real quick. Getting sentled. Because we got sentled.
We got sentled. We had talking basketball or whatever.
We got talking basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of on me because I brought it up and I was like, oh my God, this is a crazy quote. I'm like, maybe my preconceived notion of disliking Aaron Judge, or not disliking Aaron Judge, but disliking the play of Aaron Judge because he's very good, biased me to saying that. But yeah, I know. And then I had to leave from TikTok because we were getting comments that were like, I can't believe you got sent. I was like, you know what? That's fair. At the same time, we're still a growing brand, and I gotta be careful real quickly. Even though by the way, every comment that gets filtered, I let through. I don't care. I will let every comment through. No matter if it's mean, nice, whatever, I will let it chew through. So that's my stance. Brian, kind of a shitty time to be a sports fan because there's not much going on.
There was a home run derby.
Okay, I have a hot take on the home run derby. I really hate that they have let like fathers and people pitch, like coaches pitch the guys doing the home run derby. Put a machine out there, like machine pitch. Because I'm guessing these kids all played machine pitch. I call them kids. All these people played machine pitch at some point in their lives. Put it on the mound, have set it to like, I don't know, 50 miles an hour and let it go. And don't like, I think that's way better in every way. And also like brings you back to the days of the YMCA in some point. So
So
I
is
like,
that everyone's hitting off the same thing,
yeah,
essentially?
yeah, because like I know they're all throwing them like pretty easy balls to hit. Like that's not a contention. I do kind of hate, like, you can tell some people are better at batting practice than others, and not to say they're not all like all right good at it. I just wish it was more. It's a way to control the like experiment. How do we control for the a pitcher like was it Kyle Riley's dad was pitching to him? It's like he's probably a better pitcher to his son than like a coach is to someone else. So I think you should put a machine out there.
I mean, that's fair. I don't necessarily agree. I agree more with the uh, go back to the old style. Go back to it being 10 outs. That way we can, it's not, you're not on a timer. So for watching the home run derby, make contact, you can cut to it, and you're watching the ball, see where it goes.
Mm.
Does it take longer? Yeah, probably. But I don't know. I don't like the new one. And also, this one might get us a little bit in trouble. I don't need Pat McAfee and everything. I don't. Like he's very good at what he does. I don't think he's bad at what he does. I don't think any, like some people have some outrageous takes where like he's a rotten piece of shit and keep him out of everything. No, but he doesn't need to be in everything. And as someone that he does not give a fuck about baseball. He does not care about baseball at all, or at least not the shows that I used to watch during COVID. He didn't care about baseball at all. He doesn't need to be involved with baseball. Keep him with football. He's a great personality for football. He does really well in the NBA space too. Maybe not baseball, maybe not hockey. I don't know. It's like they have two people at ESPN. They have Stephen A. Smith, Pat McAfee, and you're going to have to put up with those two because they're recognizable and they're going to be interjected in everything. And I think they're both they just don't need to be involved with everything like they have them.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that there are actually only two unpaid employees at ESPN at this point, which are Pat McAfee and Stephen A. I fully agree that it's gotten to the point where like he is part of every piece of content other than like NBA content. It's like they're like, who do we put out there? Because we don't have anyone. We find all the good analysts for whatever this sport is. And they're like, hey, let's put Pat McAfee out there because at least he like brings an energy to the sport and the event, whatever the event may be. At the same time, I know he doesn't give a fuck about baseball. I know that he like doesn't really know who these guys are. I know he probably hasn't watched a baseball game at all. And I'm not like deriding that. Like I understand, like we are baseball fans, but that's because we grew up in a city that had a very vibrant baseball life to it. And I think he's from Pittsburgh. Not really sure that, I'm not going to give the Pirates that for right now. They back in the day, but not, I don't know if during his lifetime. But with all that said, no, he doesn't need to be in every single thing ever. I understand why they're doing this because they paid him enough to be where some executives like, oh, we need to put him in that because we're paying him whatever X million of dollars this, multi-million dollars this year. Let's put him there. At the same time, it's actually like it had me thinking about the Kelsey brothers, where maybe a year ago they were in everything, every piece of media you could think of they were in. It was like, hey, like they actually seem like great guys, but I'm gonna lose my mind if I see like Jason Kelsey in another commercial, or I see like Travis Kelsey showing up in something that he doesn't need to be in. And that feels like where Pat McAfee is at this point, where it's like ESPN has two main hitters. Stephen A cares about the NBA and then First Take. And then it's like, well, what do you put in when you need someone in a bigger event? Just throw Pat McAfee in there and he'll get it done. Which again, he does the job he's paid to do, if that makes sense. It's just, I don't think baseball fans really care all that much about what Pat McAfee has to say about the home run derby.
Sorry, I was trying to find the quote and I can't. It was something like the man with the biggest ass when he was introducing Kyle Rowley. And I was like, sometimes the internet dumb jokes that we make about Big Dumper don't need to make it to national television.
Yeah. A lot of, I'm not going to clip this. A lot of the Pat McAfee show is taking things that on the internet and going a little too far with them, or trying to run the joke into the ground to the point where it feels like it feels like Facebook, and that it's like the third hand marketplace of an internet joke has finally made its way to that part of the world. Whereas like maybe TikTok's one, Instagram's two, and by the time you get to Facebook, it's like, well, this was 3 months ago. I also don't think I don't know how cool it is to say, hey, this baseball player who is possibly going to be the AL MVP, let's shrink him down to that fact that he has a large butt. And that sounds so like not cool of me, but I don't know. There's a part of it's like, yeah, but he's doing other things too. Like he has a big dumper. He's worked for that big dumper. So let's not just put it like, oh, that's all he is. So maybe I'm thinking too much into it, Brian. Who knows? I could be being too, I'm the friend that's too woke. But that's just what I'm feeling. So I don't know. Yeah, he doesn't need to be in everything.
I mean, I that's all I have really.
Okay.
Those were my notes, by the way.
Okay.
It was home run derby stuff and Pat McAfee.
Okay. So I have a couple things. One, which is KD had thumb surgery before the Rockets. It's just reporting on this to say we talked about it. It seems like they're cool with it. I think everyone's cool with it. I don't imagine a thumb surgery is going to keep him out of the season at this point, especially when we're far away enough from the start of the basketball season. So that, number two, the Texans and Browns years ago in the trade of Deshaun Watson messed up contracts where the NFL had to basically step in and collude. And it was a messed up trade in general for obvious reasons. I'll let that one massage into your brain. But there's a new not scandal, but a new, oh no, what did they do happening, where the Texans gave Jaden Higgins an $11.7 million guaranteed contract. The first second round player ever drafted to get a second round contract, which as a Texans fan, I want to say this speaks highly of Jaden Higgins. As a person who likes the Texans and also as a fan, become a fan of Iowa State in the past couple of years because of the Big 12 connection to my own team, UH. I am very happy for that, and I think he's going to do great on the Texans. And then the Browns, they signed Carson. I want to say this right, Schlesinger, which is this is a deep cut like the Conan O'Brien American Doll Store, Agnes Schweitzofer. That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know if anyone's going to get that reference. If you haven't, go watch the video. It's very funny. They sent him to a guaranteed contract as well, also a second rounder. And now 30 other second rounders have not signed contracts, including the Texans' own other second rounder. So I don't know why the Texans, it's like the Harry Potter meme. It's like, why is it always you two? It's like that. Or why is it always you three? It's this time it's like Roger Dell. It's like, why is it always you two? And it's the Texans and the Browns messing up contract situations. Here's the thing. I think, you know what? Just give them fully guaranteed. Who gives a shit? They're second rounders. They probably will stay on your team for a couple of years. Maybe you don't want to. I don't know. If you're the Bengals, you don't want to because the Bengals don't want to pay anybody at this point. The Bengals paid 3 players and said, okay, we're good. And then they're doing like a 6-a-side Texas team from like a 1A where you have 6 players on each side. Don't know if that's correct. It's 6-a-side. I think it's 6-a-side. But yeah, so the Texans and the Browns continue to mess up the NFL contract situation, which honestly, as a Texans fan, I'm actually very happy to see that happen. That's very funny to me. We're winning in something finally, which is fucking up contract situations.
Setting the precedent, a fully guaranteed contract. This is a gamble. We either made one of the smartest moves in the offseason by making this man our second round pick very happy and giving him all this money and saying this is completely guaranteed and, putting ourselves in good graces with him early. Or we have completely screwed the market and everyone is going to be furious with us. Well, everyone's going to be furious with us regardless. All our future second round picks that we don't give fully guaranteed money to are going to be furious with us, like the 2 that haven't signed, because the offensive lineman hasn't signed and we're desperate. We need him to sign. So figure it out.
Well, yeah, the Texans' entire plan this season is just like, CJ, we're going to throw the ball. It's like the Dolphins offense. CJ, let's throw the ball really quickly because you're not going to have enough. You're going to have somehow fewer seconds than 2 seconds to get the ball off at this point, given how the O-line's looking. And the fact that we did not beef up the offensive line after letting guys go, which that's fine, but you got to beef it up. But yeah, here's my thought process. Nick Caserio, I trust. He's done a good job so far. I think this was probably the right decision. I say this to Jaden Higgins, watcher from the Big 12. With that said, we've now opened Pandora's box. And at some point, a third rounder will get fully guaranteed contracts. And what point do people start holding out in the third round? Now, I'm not going to say there have been third rounders who are successful. There are third rounders who are successful. But at what point do you start giving fully guaranteed contracts to third rounders? And so, yes, we've opened Pandora's box. Do I think this is a good signing? Fully guaranteed signing? Yes, I do. Do I love that the fact that our offensive line is now not only not beefed up, but also de-beefed up from the beef that we had signed or drafted? No, I don't love that. So, yeah, I don't know. There had to be some calculation, unless they just said, like, we really like this guy. Let's give him a second round, fully guaranteed contract. And not a single person in the room said, hey, like, what about the other second rounds? What about the other guy we have to sign right now? So, yeah. And then the Browns at least don't have to worry about that. The Browns are fine. They only have to sign that one. The other guy's in jail right now. So
yeah,
they're like, we don't give a fuck. I mean, that's never stopped the Browns before or anyone in the, the organization, but
or
yeah,
anyone in the AFC North, really.
Yeah.
They all have had criminals.
I mean, it's like the Australia of the NFL. It's like we just ship them there. Honestly, it's not a bad way to like do
not a bad way to handle it. Oh,
just
battery and assault. Well, it looks like you've got 4 teams you can sign a contract with.
It's like you're on the Steelers this year. It's like we have like a convicts draft. It's like there's the real draft, and then everyone in the offseason who committed a crime, probably a felony, they're like, all right, line up, boys, and probably in their handcuffs. You get to go to the AFC North. You get to pick 4 teams, so you have a little fun up there. Get ready to get cold. It's like a Soviet labor camp. In a way, actually, yeah. Now that I think about it, it's kind of like a Soviet labor camp, where you're gonna be okay. I'm thinking from the Steelers' perspective. Honestly, they should just all go to the Steelers. You'll play good enough football to where you'll have hope, and they'll get destroyed in the first round of playoffs every year. And then you also have to deal with Aaron Rodgers, which is a crime in itself. So that might be the move. I think we figured this out. That's how you deal with all.
Do you think this is actually his last season?
No, not even close. Because what's going to happen is he's going to get close enough. Because the Steelers always get close enough. He's going to get close enough to he's the itch. The itch doesn't go away. Because at least with like the Jets were so bad that he was like, well, I got to prove that I can still do it. The Steelers are good enough to where it's like, oh, I can almost do it. The thing is, he can't almost do it. Also, the Steelers are like cursed to always exit this first round. Bye-bye to the Steelers. Thank you for coming. We'll see you again in the first round again. I don't think he like his personality does not say, oh, he will be he finished with grace. He's like I don't know. He's like a guy who sees his prostitute. He's not going to finish with grace. It's not a good time. So,
jeez.
But yeah. So yeah. No, I don't expect him. Do you think he's going to retire after the season?
I think the NFL will retire him.
Like Roger Goodell will forcibly go down to Pittsburgh and take him out? Okay.
I think after this season, no team's going to sign him.
That's fair. Okay. I don't know. Run it back in Green Bay one more time. You know what? He can go to the Vikings. Take the like kind of reverse.
I kind of ruined that though. He if he went to the Vikings straight up, it would have made sense. He could have been the Brett Favre, but alas.
I mean, he's gonna take one more and then commit even worse fraud. In California, like I don't know, something to do with, well, it was girls volleyball. I don't know. You can do something like girls swimming. That's his next step, like commit fraud somehow. So, Jordan Love, I will say, be very careful who you trust with your accounts now. I'm just going to imagine it's a cycle. So, but yeah, I think he's not done. I don't think he'll ever be done.
You think there's a line out there that I can take that will be like Jordan Love eventually a Jet?
I think Jordan Love, just buy a condo in New York already. Just get it started. Because there has to be a lot, like someone like FanDuel. I don't know if FanDuel's not doing that. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know. There has to be like some side that's, a future for Jordan Love to the Jets. And it's like 2030, 2031 or something like that. I don't know, maybe 2033. Something long of the far away enough to where he'll have a good time with the Packers won't win a Super Bowl, probably.
Well, he needs to go through this contract,
well,
and he needs to sign an extension.
mhm.
And at the end of this extension, he needs to play like, will he, won't he? And then sign that extension. And then that last one, after 3 contracts, that last one, he's going to be like, you know what? We've parted ways.
Okay. So he got an extension in 2024 for 4 years. So he's there till 2028 right now.
Okay.
3-year
extension, so 31.
Yeah.
2-year extension, so 33.
And that last extension, the Packers just start fucking with him like they did with Aaron Rodgers.
But
they just
draft a quarterback high.
Yeah.
No weapons, no offensive weapons in the first round.
Do everything that makes him mad, but he's like unable to leave because he loves you. And also, like, every once in a while, you give him something. Be like, oh, we'll help you out here.
Sign someone in the offseason.
Yeah. Make him have a group of friends, which he can then take to the Jets. One more Jordan Love friend and it'll work. So, yes, perfect plan. FanDuel, DraftKings, I don't know, whoever, put a future on your side. Right? Get on it. It's honestly, it gave me like plus 100 odds, most likely. Because
it's way higher than that, Jordan.
No, it's because it's gonna happen. That's the thing. I'm not if I'm FanDuel or I don't know, whoever right now, I'm like, oh yeah, plus 100. Like, it's gonna happen. This is unfair to us. I don't really know how odds work sometimes. So you could
plus 100 is basically a 50-50.
Yeah. Okay. Then I don't know, probably higher odds than that, but I still do think he's going to go to the Jets. And honestly, the Packers and the Jets should have like a new trade, like how Trump is doing tariffs. Make it like where Green Bay has tariffs on New York, or like every quarterback you sign is 10% to us or something. I don't know. Who knows how tariffs?
You cover 10% of our quarterback contracts ahead of time, so that when they go to you, and it's a guarantee that they go to you afterwards.
Yeah. Listen, we're making business happen. Okay, we're creating jobs. You're welcome. The Moose MCAST season 2 already off to a great start. All right, last note I have that's kind of sports related is the Club World Cup and soccer happened. Chelsea won. That's fine. What I would want to talk about a little bit more is that on the stage for the trophy presentation was Donald Trump. He was on the stage. Now, the thing is, I've started referring to him as Club World Cup winner Donald Trump, and no one's liked that so far. But
he sure was up there.
And then Chelsea edited him out of their picture that they posted.
The funniest shit in the world.
Because it's like Salt
Chelsea.
It's like Salt Bay at the World Cup, where it's like, why the fuck is he here? It's like, why is Donald Trump here? Doesn't he have more important? Yeah, I'm still mad about that. He also, every time I look at his steak, it looks bad. But that's beside the point. But yeah, no, I've been referring to him as what is it? Club World Cup winner Donald Trump, and no one is like that. And I will continue to do that.
It.
No, I think it's funny because, again, why is he up there? The World Cup, we'll see what happens at the World Cup. We got a year to see what's going to happen there. So, FanDuel, place your bets now. Will Donald Trump be on the stage? We'll just give him the business as it is. Last thing, I kind of want to continue on a conversation last week about sports jerseys at events that don't make sense. So I went to All In this week in an AEW pro wrestling event, and there are there's a couple things I'm going to off the top of my head have clocked. One was a Patrick Mahomes T-shirt and Kansas City Chiefs hat. Another one
went 2 for 2 then, huh? I saw a jersey, you saw a T-shirt. Fuck
yeah. Another was a Derek Jeter jersey. Yeah, I was with our friend and I look, it's like that Derek Jeter jersey right there. Now, it was in Globe Life Field, which, by the way, no soul. The old one looks way better. I don't remember what it's called. It was right across the street. Looks way better. Inside, I remember watching. Looks way better. I don't know. I understand apparently it got hot. It's Texas. Deal with it. I say someone who's like, why is it so fucking hot right now? It's actually not that hot right now because it keeps raining.
This has been a temperate summer, man.
Apparently this is what summers used to be like. We just forgot because we were young. Apparently it used to be like in high 90s, but like a lot of rain. So there might also be a hurricane. I don't know.
God, please no.
Yeah. Apparently it'll be like a smaller one. I think it's going to form in the Gulf. Is what they're saying. So like it doesn't have the time to get big.
Maybe it's a tropical storm.
Maybe something like that. I don't know. It's a depression. Who cares? Last one was one I said, Christian or our friend, look at that. He's like, who was that? It was an Xavier Worthy UT jersey.
Wow.
Which I was almost like, I almost want to, I was almost like, okay, like I don't love that. Like I think it's kind of corny. At the same time, what a deep, like it's not a deep cut, but like it's a deep enough cut to where I don't know if they sold those because they usually don't sell college jerseys like that. So you had to make that yourself, which I almost want to be like, you know what, respect to you on that one.
I will say I would be less upset about seeing a college football jersey with a player, especially a professional player,
Yeah.
but having their college football jersey than I would. And there, like if he was wearing his Chiefs one, I'd be more mad about it.
Yeah.
But college, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, it was one of the, again. I gave you the whole tier list, and I'm like, it's a deep enough cut to where I don't hate it. Like I don't know why. It's you have to give me something interesting. You have to give me something interesting. Like there's someone on our TikTok comments who talked about how there's a Brock Purdy jersey at the NBA Finals. Not interesting enough. Give me an Arian Foster jersey at the NBA Finals. I go, I don't love it, but like that's interesting. You piqued my interest a little bit.
No, he was commenting the Brock Purdy thing, being like, "No, I stand like that's fucking weird."
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. I agree with him on that. That's fucking weird.
Okay.
Brock Purdy, because
but
Brock Purdy's
not enough to like pass the like. All right, you get a pass.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's not interesting enough yet. Maybe one day he will be, but like I don't know. Put like I don't know. I was gonna say no, maybe like a Ryan Mallett jersey. I'm like, all right,
rip.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, I see where you are. I see what you're doing. Arian Foster jersey. I see what you're doing. Give me like a Morgan Innsberg jersey. I'm like, I see what you're doing. Got some game there. Xavier Worthy UT jersey. I'm like, it's a pro wrestling event, but like, I can't fault you. But again, it's like we're in a Derek Jeter jersey. We're on a different level here. It's like, all right, that's, if he played in Kansas City, no one would know his name. So it just depends. I saw some Rangers jerseys. I'm going to give it a little bit of a pass on that one, only because it was at the Ranger Stadium. I'm like, well,
at least it's the same sport.
It's the same. It's the same building.
Same sport of where it was.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same building. They have Ranger stuff up. I'm not going to be like, oh, I can't believe you wore it, right? It's like, I don't know. Yeah, okay, we'll give you a little pass on that one. It's weird, sure, but I'm not going to fight you on it. But yeah, give me something interesting. That's a new tier that I'm adding to my list.
That's fine. The tier list is coming out today, by the way, in about 15 minutes. Yeah,
not to date ourselves, but we'll see what happens with that. We'll add a caveat to be like, actually, we changed the tier list. I will say pro wrestling, when it's really good, is the best thing in the world. The physical storytelling of all just rocks. Watching Hangman win the AEW championship and that style was amazing. It's a 3-year journey plus all the journey beforehand. It's a one really art of storytelling that can be continuous and like over years and years and years and years. So you can say that with any sport, but it's a sport. It's physical. It's tough. I don't know if it's technically a sport. It's more of an art form, honestly. Darren Aronofsky did not to get too annoying on this. Darren Aronofsky did Black Swan and then The Wrestler, but he wanted to do them as two films in one to show that the differentiation between high art and low art, and how they both work very hard similarly, but they just became two different movies, which are two very good movies. And I play the song from Bruce Springsteen from The Wrestler when I have to put down my cowboy hat in Fredericksburg, Texas. Yeah, really fun time. Brian, I don't know if you're ready for our hot topic, hot take.
Let's get it.
Okay, so my hot topic, hot take is one I've thought about for a while. It's that school should not teach taxes in school. And the people who are like, we should teach taxes in school and all that stuff are the people who are not going to pay attention. 2, wouldn't understand it anyways. 3, taxes aren't that hard. And that kind of goes through all the things. Like, it's not just taxes, but it's a base of like the people who are like, we should teach real stuff in school. But we do teach real stuff in school. You just don't pay attention. So that is my hot topic, hot take, that I think we teach all the things you're worried about in school. Like someone said, we need to teach media literacy in school. Yeah, that's the English class. Yes.
Hey, instead, I don't agree.
Okay, perfect.
Don't agree, kind of. What they should do is we had to take an economics class. That was part of our high school curriculum. Mm-hmm. Put a chapter in there about taxes. That's it. That's all you have to do. But it should not be a full class.
How much you remember from your economics class?
All right. Okay.
It's like And the thing is, taxes aren't hard. Like by the time taxes get hard, you have enough money for I almost call him a taxologist. Maybe I should have paid attention in school for an accountant
for TurboTax.
For TurboTax, like, well, TurboTax is like, I think it's $49.99 if you're above something like $45K a year, something like that, where it's not a huge price. I think they just take it out of your tax return or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't. Yeah, but by the time it gets difficult, it's like, okay, whatever. And like, I had trouble with my taxes this year for one form, so I sold some stocks. I was actually just really stupid. I was looking at the wrong form. Taxes aren't that hard, but that goes for like everything. I saw someone say like, we need to teach media literacy in school. Media literacy is taught in school. It's called English class. You read books and you go through them and you critically analyze them. And like, I think a lot of the people who are saying like, we need to teach these things in school didn't really pay attention in school. Like, okay. It's like people who post motivational business quotes. Never seen one of them succeed in business. Never once. Same with the people who are like, hey, we should teach these things in school. Never once people are like, yeah, you were really intelligent in school. I've never seen someone say that and go to the Ivy League. I'm not saying Ivy League is the standard, but I'm saying it's like an educational institution. So yeah, that's and like taxes again. Are you going to go through the tax code? Rand Paul like has an aneurysm every year on Twitter about the tax code.
No, but you could spend a day or two teaching them how to file.
I mean, that's what TurboTax does. You go and it walks through each like step. And I'm not saying like it's not beneficial. I'm just saying like everyone who says that, you're not really thinking through the entire point. Like when it's like, when am I going to use the Pythagorean theorem again? It's like, maybe not, but like it teaches you like logic. School teaches you these things in the real world. You just can't apply them.
I don't disagree for the most part, but there's definitely wasted time in every class.
Oh yeah.
Wasted nothing time that you could put something else there that would help. I don't know. I'm fucking 10 years, 12 years removed out of high school, man.
I mean, to be fair, like I'm the kind of person who has to know everything about everything, as you know. I get very annoyed about things. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not the right person to say this, but at the same time, I see that take all the time from like adults. And I'm not talking like kids in high school, because kids in high school, I don't care for your opinion. You're 12. I don't really care like what you have to say. You may be 16. You're 12. So I don't really care what you have to say. But I mean, like adults, I see like 40-year-olds say this. I'm like, okay, they're like, bring back. I will say maybe home ec. I don't know. Maybe home ec so you know how to cut a knife.
Oh, I took a home ec class. Do you know what my last semester senior year looked like? Because I did a bunch of I did some middle credits in middle school.
Okay.
And so it was late arrival, so no first period. Fuck. I think it was government second period.
Okay.
It was AP government second period.
Okay.
That sucked ass. Third period was English.
Okay.
Fourth period was home ec. Fifth period was speech. No, fifth period was speech.
Yeah, okay.
So a nothing class.
Yeah.
And sixth period was, because I'd already done all my sciences. I'd already done my maths. I don't remember what sixth period was. I think sixth period was engineering. Okay, I did have one other hard classes and
but that was with a good teacher though. Okay. No, was it
It was no, it was the not good one.
I had the
good one for 2 years and the not good one for 2 years.
Okay. I knew
this
the man
was not good one. She didn't like me very much.
Okay. I knew the man was good. I knew the woman was bad. So
yeah, she didn't like me very much. And then seventh period, I had agreed, so I didn't have to take another class. I became a coach for seventh period football, and I stayed, I'd say, about 30% of the time. The other 70% of the time I left. So I was only on campus for 5 classes, 2 of which were speech and home economics, which I did nothing in as a senior. AP government sucked. English was regular. It was the only time I finally was like senior year, fuck pre-AP. I'm taking regular English, and that was a joke. And so yeah. So the only 2 hard classes I had at the beginning of the day was government and then engineering at the end of the day. But besides that, I had 2 classes really. The rest of them were just me fucking off. So there's plenty of time for people to learn these skills, but also I don't know. That's part of life.
I think part of it is also like people don't want to learn those skills. Like high school is a mandatory learning. Like if you ask the average citizen, like the average person is kind of dumb. The average person is also like the average person. Think of someone way dumber. It's like when someone asks on the street, like, who are your senators? And they have no clue. They're like, I don't know, Trump. It's like, well, no. First of all, you're not allowed to vote anymore. First off,
Get out of here.
I remember like, I'll out this kid because I don't know him. I remember one of my sister's friends voted in the election, the gubernatorial election. It was like when Beto O'Rourke was running for Senate, and my sister asked like, "Oh, did you vote for make sure?" Oh, she said like Greg Abbott won. He goes, "Who's that?" And my sister's like, "Are you fucking with me here? Like you went and voted today. Like how do you not know who the fuck this is? First of all, like how do you not know who it is just in general? So there are a lot of people who I think just don't want to learn when it comes to like high school, especially because like you're forced to be there. I'm the person who took AP Calculus my senior year. Mistake, huge mistake. Did not care for that class.
I didn't have a math class, I should clarify, because I took AP Stats, and I remember sitting down, and I played football senior year, and Texas high school football is taken very seriously. We weren't great. We went 6-4, but still, I was just like, man, I had a Thursday night game. We had 4 Thursday night games, and that's killer. And I had a test on that Friday, and I didn't get home till 2:00, and I had to be up at 6:00, and I had not studied.
Yeah.
And like I walked in to the stats test. I walked over to the teacher. I was like, "Hey, I have all my math credits. Can I get your signature to drop this class?" And it was coach. It was a coach just goes, "Yeah, go to your counselor." And I was just like, "Cool." And like walked out, got the piece of paper, he signed it, and he was like, "There you go." And I was like, "All right, done with math."
Yeah, no, I think I was trying too hard to be smart my senior year. I was convinced I was like a smart person. Where like I was like I should take calculus. It's like I hate math. What the fuck am I talking about? I hate math. I write. I love writing, which is why I have a blog now. So I made that mistake as well. But yeah, no, that's my hot take is they shouldn't teach that in school. No one's going to pay attention anyway. So
I don't think. I think they should try and teach some life skills, but I do think you're right that people that say that are saying that in retrospect because they wish they learned these life skills earlier or were taught these life skills earlier. But if you take the average high schooler, I'd say you take 90% of high schoolers, they're not going to give a shit what you have to say about that stuff.
No. Especially because like, I don't know, do high schoolers, like I know they pay taxes, but like, do most high schoolers actually pay their taxes? Like truly? Or like
no, because they made $600 in a year.
Yeah, at their I worked at a Pinkberry, great time, but it's not like I was making bank there.
The IRS will not come after you. This is not legal advice. The IRS will not come after you unless they can get $10,000. If they think they can get $10,000 for you.
Yeah, I mean,
file your taxes still though.
Number one rules. Yeah, I think there was a time when I don't know, I was like 19, and I don't think I did. This is not admission. I was not making any money, but at the same time, I think I made like something. But it was like, who gives a fuck? I think
the statute of limitations is 6 years for tax stuff.
I think I'm good, baby.
Hey, not legal advice.
But yeah, that's I don't know. That's something I've been sitting on for a while there, just because I don't think it's. I think the people who say it a lot of times are the same kind of people who wished someone would have taught them this stuff, but didn't take any initiative to learn it afterwards. It's like a lot of life skills you'll just learn by living life. It's nothing. I don't know, nothing crazy. I don't know. You'll learn things living, like all the things I've learned that I think are like life skills. I learned because I just was like, oh fuck, I got to do this. Like changing a tire. I don't know. It's not hard, but you learn to do it. You found yourself with a blowout in the Hilton parking lot. You're like, fuck, I got to figure out how to do this. So I don't know. Brian, I don't know if you want to do yours or if we can wrap up because I have a Love Island update because the season's over.
I mean, mine won't take long, but we can save it for next week.
Honestly, it's up to you. It's up to you. If you want to say, let's do it.
All right, let me pick a shorter one real quick.
Okay. Because
I think you'll agree with this one.
Okay.
All right, I'll pick the shorter one. Postseason stats should count in career totals.
Yes, they should.
Why are you separating the two? Like, I know it's cool to say, this total or whatever, but like, they should be rewarded for making the postseason. They should be like the total yards, throwing yards, total passing yards should extend into the postseason. It just, I don't know why. I don't have a really good like built argument for this, but I just think it should. Altuve's home runs, his postseason home runs, should be added into his home run total, because I think this helps both people that have not made the postseason and people that have made the postseason when you line up their careers correctly, because they're playing extra games, sure, and maybe the per game stuff comes into play a lot more, but I don't know. It's cool to recognize that, like, they're doing this, in October when it really matters, but I just think it all should be together.
It's like they're being punished for doing well.
Yeah.
Now, I think probably, I don't know the reasoning off the top of my head, but I imagine the reasoning is we want all people to have, like, there's a control group. And that control is everyone has the entire season to do it. So we'll compare it based on the season. At the same time, if, like, I don't know what Altuve's stats are for the postseason, but I imagine he'd be much closer to 3,000 if he got to include. He might even pass 3,000. I don't know if he'd be past it.
No. He's got over 600 hits to go.
Okay, yeah. Then I mean, he probably has what 100 hits in the postseason. I mean, it's not going to change it drastically, but it will help. So no, I agree with. I actually fully agree with you.
I mean, he has 118, so that is a significant amount.
Yeah,
that's a significant amount to add on to him as he's chasing 3,000.
Yeah, so I don't see.
I'm pretty sure that would Sorry, I'm pretty sure that would put him at 2,500. He would be 500 away, roughly. Yeah. Which is instead of 600 plus.
Yeah, that's what 2 seasons of work. Well, 2.5 seasons of work, 3 seasons of work, given time. But yeah,
well, he's going to get older and less productive.
Yeah. So I know I fully agree with you. I know there's a reason behind it, but at the same time, like, I'd like to compare people's entire career. If that makes sense.
Just because you add them to their totals does not mean you can't separate them as well and say this is what they did in the postseason.
Yeah.
And compare other postseasons.
Yeah.
But those totals should go to their totals, their career totals. They should not be punished for doing well against their career totals.
Yeah, fully agree. I don't disagree at all.
Okay, well, then I'm glad I picked the short one.
Yeah. Brian, do you want to hear about Love Island as well? Love Island finish? Amaya and this guy named Brian won. Not to hate on Brian, but it won because everyone loved Amaya. It was a weird season. Yes.
How does he spell his name?
Bryan. So it's not the cool. I know.
Who this man?
he's not the cool Brian. But yeah, no. So they won. They won $50K a piece. I think like they're donating most of it to charity, which is honestly good for them. Based. Amaya is like a not thoracic, like a cardiovascular nurse. So she's making bank as it is and knows what she's doing.
Amaya Papaya.
The second place was someone named Nick and Alandria, who were not really a couple the entire season, but there were enough edits made of them that the producers forced them to be a couple basically for the sake of the show. Also, they threw off Nick's connection because she had posted some slurs back in the day, so they just got her off the show. Good for them. And then the third was a guy named Chris and Huda. And they had, Brian, when I say this is why reality TV rocks, they had a great breakup because Chris did not like Huda. And listen, here's my thing. May not post this. I don't know. I don't like Huda. And the problem with Huda is that I can tell that she has not changed in her time there, and she's very manipulative around other people. And she uses physicality to manipulate men. And I'm not saying the men are perfect. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, from what we saw from the beginning and her crash outs, what she apologized for, but like saying like, I know I was wrong, but does not count as an apology. This is all to say they had a breakup. And I don't know, they did this. I don't know why they did this on purpose. It was like they were in the middle of the water and on a table, but you had to walk to the table through water. So it wasn't like a lifted platform. They were breaking up and they brought a singer out to sing Moon River for some reason. And the lady clearly was like, I don't want to be here because this is an awkward situation for me to be in. And then she waved at Huddle when she showed up. It's like, okay. And then she's saying, and as Chris walks away, and he comes back and goes, "Hey, why are you crying?" And it was not a great move on his part. But she goes, "Are you going to carry me?" And he goes, "No, you can walk across the water." And so it was just one of those things where like, oh my God, this is just like Nathan Fielder-esque stuff where people just have their full emotions on display. So it was a fun time, but the ending was kind of telegraphed because no one liked anyone. No one, all the people who were like couples, like actual real couples, didn't make it to the end because they kept getting voted off. It was Big Brother, it was Survivor, but I enjoyed it. So I'll be back next season, but right now it's over. So I'll go watch, I don't know, Curb Your Enthusiasm or something because I need to watch that. No. I'll go watch baseball. I mean, I already watched baseball, so nothing new. I'll go get really.
Well, you're not going to watch it today or tomorrow.
No,
well,
no.
I guess there's the All-Star game, but
I mean, again, my All-Star game is the worst. I want the worst players in the league playing. I don't know. I want the Astros AAA team basically playing. Why not give them an out? Because they're the All-Stars in my mind.
I do have one more thing. I just remembered.
Okay.
The Open Championship is this weekend.
Okay. Do you know who is the favorite going to this?
Scotty Scheffler and Roy McIlroy.
Honestly, not surprising at all, given one Scotty Scheffler and one is where is the Open this year? It's is it next year? Wherever like the one in is it Ireland or something? The home of golf or whatever, the one with the bridge whose name I can't remember for the life of me.
Royal Portrush Golf Club is where it's this year. You want me to look at 26 for you?
Yeah, look at 26. I think it might be 26 is the one I'm thinking of.
Royal Brickdale.
Oh, right. Okay. Maybe it's I don't know. There's one with the bridge. I don't know. There's a place with the bridge and I can't think of it. Maybe it's Prestwick Golf Club. I don't know. Open Championship Bridge. I know where. Oh, Swilcan Bridge. Those are where it has been removed. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. So sorry. Oh, St. Andrews Links in Scotland. Okay, that's where I'm thinking of. Huh? So that's where I thought it was this year, and that's why I thought Rory was going to win. Turns out I'm wrong. So I don't know. Good for you, Scotty. Great to have another win. I don't know. Make your total up to like 16 million for the year. Or whatever.
I hope Koepka wins it. The end.
One day he'll win one. One day he'll do it.
He's got a couple majors, but I don't think he has the Open Championship.
Okay, well, I have no clue what he's won. So
I think 2 USs and Players.
Okay. So he has a Masters and an Open to go. Which is the one Jordan Spieth hasn't won? Is that the U.S. Open? Because Jordan Spieth
I don't know.
Spieth has won like I think almost. I mean, who's the guy? There's a guy who maybe has 3. I don't know. I don't
Koepka
know.
has 5.
Oh, what?
He's got 3 PGAs and 2 U.S. Opens.
Okay.
No Masters, no Open Championships.
Okay. Quickly. Spieth has won the 2015 Masters, 2015 Open, and the 2017 Open Championship. So
he's got 2 Opens and a Masters. So he doesn't have a Players and he doesn't have a U.S.
No, he has a U.S. Open. Sorry.
So he just needs a PGA.
He needs a PGA, basically. Which I remember seeing that whenever Rory won his was like, Jordan Spieth was supposed to win years ago. But he just never did. So I don't know. He only needs one more to go. So we'll see next year at the PGA.
We can have another career Grand Slam.
Honestly, we've had so few, and then like you have so many guys almost there that it's kind of surprising. I mean, golf's a hard game, even though I think I could pick it up. Golf's a hard game, so it's not surprising. Brian, where can the people find you?
You can find me across all social medias at Auric Polaris, AuricPolaris, especially on twitch.tv/Auric Polaris. I just streamed Elden Ring yesterday. I beat the full-grown Falling Star Beast. What a fucking awful boss fight that was. I hated every second of it. It took me 15 minutes on my 7th attempt. And I hated it. You have to be on torrent the entire time, and I had to use every workaround I could. I poisoned the fucking thing with the jellyfish. I used poison throwing darts. I used a bow, which I'd never used in Elden Ring. Anything I could do. I cheesed the fight a little bit by attacking it during its giant laser phase, which it's a bull. Why does it have a giant laser or gravity magic? Whatever. Yeah, it wasn't great, but we're moving on. We just got to the volcanic manor. And Jordan, where can the people find you?
Find me at Jordan Stotts on Twitter and Moonstamp across all platforms, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you so much for listening. We appreciate you listening. Please like, comment, subscribe, rate, whatever you can do on whatever platform you're listening to. We will see you next week for the second episode of Season 2.
Peace and love Island.